All right guys, here it is, our surprise bonus giveaway, the 2005 C6 Corvette. This one is gonna be live with the CT5V Blackwing, but only for a few days. This entire giveaway is just a few days long. So everything you order when the dual giveaway is live is gonna get you entered for both the Corvette and the Blackwing. This thing is so freaking clean. We have the Z06 style wheels on there, wrapped in Bridgestone rubber. Got some tint on there as well. You guys, the interior on this thing, oh my goodness, it is, look at this, man. It's almost completely immaculate. Sorry about the beeping. Looks fantastic. Check out the rear here as well. Oh, and one other thing we did, we also upgraded both the rear and front lights. So we have LED lights here in the back. We have the Corsa exhaust finished in the black tips. Looks awesome. Go around to the front here. So we have the kind of C8 style front headlights here. And they actually have like a little sequence on startup that looks really cool. We really just wanted to modernize it a little bit, keep it nice and simple. It's such a fun car. It doesn't have a ton of horsepower, but it's a 6-speed manual, rear-wheel drive. Super, super fun to drive, super easy to drive. And of course, we had to do the American flag emblems on the front and the back. So if you guys want to get entered, this thing is live for just a few days before it ends. This is our shortest giveaway we have ever done, period. So head on over to 717supply.com, get those entries in. As always, every single purchase is gonna get you automatically entered to win the C6 as well as the CT5V Blackwing. Don't miss out on this extremely short giveaway. So I think it goes without saying that this is gonna be your best chance ever for winning a car from us. There are not going to be that many entries. It's only running for 5 days. So if you want to win a vehicle from us and 10 grand, this is your best chance. And if you don't win the Vet, of course you are still entered to win the Blackwing. That one runs through 8/8. So it's going to be a dual giveaway for the next 5 days only. This guy ends, and then the Blackwing continues through the 8th. Of course, as always, we are adding new merch to the website, so go ahead and check it out right now. We just added a bunch of Trump t-shirts. Some of them are really funny, really good, so check those out if you haven't already. Of course, we have plenty of key tags, plenty of air fresheners. We did add new sunglasses, so we have the aviators and we have the black ones now too, so if you want some sunglasses, go ahead and check those out. Tons of new t-shirt designs, detail and supplies. I'm not sure if we are sold out on the desk pads, but those were selling really well. All right, guys, first mods for the Audi are here. We're gonna be doing the black rings, the black S5 logo on the rear. Quick look at how it looks right now. And then I'm also gonna cover that silver trim down there in the bottom with gloss black vinyl. Got the heat gun, got some braided line, scissors, masking tape, and of course, the 717 Supply official tactical tumbler. All right, guys, here it is all finished up. I got the trim wrapped, did it myself. Came out really, really good. It's not 100% perfect, but honestly, it's good enough for me. Let's look at it here in the back. I just think it looks so much meaner. I'm so happy with how it came out. Check that out. Looking good. So we did the black Audi rings, the S5 logo, and of course we blacked out this entire strip here that was all silver. It is now gloss black to match what's gonna be my DIY black optics package. One more look at the back of the S5, looking really good. So today's plan, this is gonna be an easy one, hopefully. Gonna wrap the silver kind of aluminum, brushed aluminum looking trim right here on the side. Once again, that's another option of the black optics package, which my car doesn't have. So I think that's gonna look really good there. Make it look a little more upscale, a little more sporty. All right, guys, here we go. I got the side badges nice and wrapped up. They're looking really good. Got that all tucked up here. It's not, once again, not 100%, but I don't know what I'm doing. I think it looks fantastic. You know, looks really good. Finished up the other side. It looks really, really good. This side went a lot smoother than the other side since, you know, I'm still learning from my mistakes as I go, but man, that looks so good. And I think once I do the window trim here, it's gonna really come together. Hope you guys are enjoying kind of watching my wrap process. You know, just following some YouTube tutorials and just kind of picking it up and just going with it. But yeah, looks great. So I actually got quite a bit done here. As you can see, I got all of the trim on this side of the car wrapped. Get in there real close. I got it nice and tucked in and everything. And obviously I'm still learning, but I think it's coming out really, really well. Looking a lot less rental car-y. Of course, we got that done there. I don't know what's going on with these brake pads, man. These freaking wheels look like I haven't cleaned them in like 10,000 miles. It's insane. So definitely gonna get different brake pads on there, maybe some carbon ceramics. I still have the RS5 honeycomb grill that needs to go on. And I actually ended up getting some covers for this kind of aluminum trim here. Instead of wrapping it, I found some covers on AliExpress that hopefully are gonna work and not look like trash. Everything comes from China anyway, so who cares? Hopefully that's gonna fit well and look good. And then the only thing left I'm gonna have to do down here is wrap that black. So on this side, I have everything done minus this top strip up here. There's a little seam right here that I stopped at, but I got everything else done. So it's just a matter of finishing up this one strip that just goes all the way across the roof to the A-pillar. So you see, even right up here against the weather stripping, I was able to get everything nice and tucked up, and it's looking pretty good. All right, so if anyone's curious how I'm actually doing a lot of this trim wrapping, I am using knifeless tape by 3M here. So it's pretty easy to use. You're just gonna kind of lay it down exactly where you would want to cut. And this is just going to cut for you so you don't have to slide an X-Acto knife in between the trim and the weather stripping. Just a lot safer. I'm not really good with an X-Acto knife. I'm sure I could do it, but I don't want to risk slicing into the weather stripping or nicking the paint or whatever. So I'm just kind of running the knifeless tape right against, it's right on the weather stripping itself. It's not on the trim. So it's gonna be able to be tucked into the weather stripping. You want a little bit to go over the edge, or else when it heats up, it's just gonna pull right out and you're gonna be able to see the silver. So we're just pulling straight across here. This is not really in focus, but you know, whatever. Showing you how it works. It's pretty simple to do. And just pull out all the way to the bottom. And boom. All right, so the reason I have this tape here is because I didn't realize the vinyl was gonna pull up other vinyl that I had already put down. So that happened once. So the blue tape, the painter's tape, is there just kind of as a buffer so that it does not stick to the vinyl that I already applied below it. So what we're gonna do here is we're just pulling out the backing from the knifeless tape, as well as the top part of the chrome delete. So that's just gonna go all the way down to the bottom. And I wanna make sure I don't like rip that because I need to get a nice edge on there. So I'm just gonna cut it. So just gonna grab our backing here, as well as the lower part that we cut off. Get those kind of caught up with each other and just pull them all out. Should be nice and simple. Super easy. And I'm going a little bit over what I should be doing just because, well, not what I should be doing, but I'm going a little bit over the trim itself because I'm going to be tucking up that extra bit into the weather stripping on the bottom and the top. That is the result right now without doing any tucking. I'm just gonna hit that with the heat gun here, and not too much heat, not hold it there for too long. really just kind of helping it conform a little bit, because as the wrap heats up, it will shrink. And the more it heats up, the more it shrinks. So I just want to hit it with a little bit of heat there, and you can see it already kind of starting to conform around the trim. And I'll show you real up close here. As you can see, there is where I haven't tucked. That is where I have tucked it into the weather stripping. So I am just using one of these tuck tools here, and I'm going up and down in. So I'm not going in and just over, because you will get wrinkles, because you'll just kind of run into that excess and it's gonna bunch up. So you need to come over top and then push in. And what I'm also doing, I'm lifting up the weather stripping with my finger as I push it in to make it easier. All right, and here is the result. Just the top. I haven't tucked the bottom yet. I would say that actually came out completely flawless. That looks really, really good. And if you're wondering how much vinyl to leave up top, at least with my car, this trim, you know, the gap, etc., it really just depends. I left about, I'd say like about 2 millimeters, so that it didn't shrink up too much. You kind of want a balance of being able to have enough to tuck in there so it doesn't shrink, but also not having too much that you can't tuck it, and then you'd have to cut it anyway. All right, guys, I got the headlamp on. Quick look here at the bottom. That's what I tucked up. So I'm actually kind of tucking upward into that trim right there, and that's where it hasn't been tucked. So we have this all done. Top and bottom are tucked in, and I gotta say, this one came out completely 100% flawless. We're just gonna tuck that up and cut it and get it nice and tucked in there so that there's no chrome showing on the ends. And right here is really easy. I just gotta cut down vertically and just make sure that's nice and clean. But other than that, absolutely flawless install on this one, so I'm pretty happy with that. So the only thing I wasn't really sure how to handle is there is a little bit of a seam right here. You can see what I did. I just took a small piece to cover that seam, because I did go right up to it on both sides, but since I couldn't tuck it, it was so tight that the silver was kind of showing no matter what. So I just kind of put that piece over top of it. I'll show you on the other side here just what I'm talking about, because the silver is already coming out. You couldn't really see it before, but now that it's been, you know, heated up outside, it's just starting to kind of shrink a smidge. So I'll probably do the same thing right there. It looks clean enough to me on the other side. Keep that seam nice and protected. I don't want it to like lift or anything like that. So I think that's a good enough solution. You cannot tell that's there at all unless your face is literally directly right up on it. So super happy with the results. The chrome delete is done. Also thinking about doing mirror caps, possibly carbon fiber, and you know, the front. But the window chrome is completed, and wow, that just looks so much better. The rental wheels need to go. I hate them, but they are comfy. They're 18, so they're very comfy. But we're gonna go up to a 19, get something much wider, much more aggressive offset. Quick look out in the sun, or I should say the cloudiness, but quick look outside. I mean, I think it looks so much better. So much more sporty, less kind of grandma-y, you know what I mean? Especially the back end.